doing? Today on U.S. Productions we're going to show you how to paint or repaint the plastic trim pieces in your car. I'm going to be using Krylon's Fusion for plastic paint, which you can find at your local Walmart for about $5. Now there's different techniques in how to paint your car. There's sanding, there's primer, there's clear coat. Now I'm not going to go into those, it's too in depth, and this is very simple to do and an easy fix. Now a year ago I painted the interior of mine, just wear and tear scratches. It hasn't lasted that long because I didn't do it right the first time. So I'm going to show you how it is now, disassemble everything, and then go into the paint process. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below and I'll be able to help you guys. So let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so here's the interior of my 2005 STI, which was painted about a year ago. Now as you can see, this piece up here was painted and there's no wear and tear because there's not a lot of touching to it. But if you come down here to where the stereo is, you can see it just wasn't prepped right, the paint peeled, just wear and tear. It's hard to see in the camera, but there's some scratches here. And then, so what I'm going to do so it all is one color, I'm going to repaint all these trim pieces right here. I'm not going to touch this because it's already good to go and it doesn't need anything, and it's just kind of a hassle to take it out of the car. So we're going to go ahead and get started removing these pieces and disassembling them for paint. Alright, so I disassembled the pieces in my car. You're going to need to remove any type of electronics that could be affected by water or paint. Now my pieces are fairly small, so I can use my kitchen sink. If yours are too big, you may have to do this outside with a garden hose. But again, mine will fit in the sink. So what I'm going to do is use hot water, Dawn soap, and a Scotch-Brite pad. Now again, as I said before, you can use sandpaper or any of those types, but I'm not going to do that way because I don't want to mar up the plastic too bad to where I need primer or any of those kind of type. So we're going to wash it with Dawn soap, and our intentions is to remove any type of Armor All, any type of grease, any type of residue that's on the plastic piece so paint can adhere to them. And the Scotch-Brite pad will lightly scar the paint or the plastic so the paint can adhere to the plastic. So let's go ahead and get started washing these parts. Alright, in this piece of trim right here, there's a metal piece that goes around here that holds my shift boot. Now there's a bunch of gunk from underneath it, so obviously if yours has gunk, you're going to need to use a Scotch-Brite pad and clean it off so there's nothing left. And again, you want to clean every inch of it, so you scratch up the plastic a little bit so the paint will adhere, and you're removing any type of gunk, oils, or any of those type. So just give it a good scrub. Shiny before and you use the Scotch-Brite pad, it should dull it up a little bit so you can tell what you scrubbed and what you don't. If you miss some spots, go back, re-scrub. Now I'm going to go ahead and do all these pieces because really you don't need to watch me wash plastic pieces. So once you have your pieces dry, completely dry, absolutely no water around them, and they're dull, you don't want any shiny parts. That just means you need to go back and scrub it a little bit hard. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is, after the can is shaken up, I'm going to teach my lovely assistant here how to paint, so that way you can see that I'm teaching them. So go ahead and hold the can, and you're going to go ahead and light coats back and forth. There you go. And then get every piece, because you want to hit everything from every different angle. So from the sides of everything, and then this one, and then work your way to that one. Completely start at the bottom and go up. And then again, hit it from the side, every piece from the side. So from that side, you want to hit just like that. And then get all the other pieces from where you're standing. So you can see as you're going around moving in a circle, obviously you're hitting every angle of every piece so you get the paint spread. Light coats. Your first coat, you want to keep it light. So after that first coat, we're going to go ahead and let it dry for about 10 minutes and then add a couple more coats. Alright, so the first coat is done. We're going to go ahead and lay down our second coat. Again, every coat you want to keep it very thin, work your way up, build up layers, so that way you don't get any runs or anything or heavy paint. So we're going to go ahead again. You're going to take the can, you're going to start from this angle, spray paint this piece this way, and go again, and then you go from each side. So go ahead and get started. Second coat, I'm going to go ahead and lay down the final coats. You don't need to see that, and we'll get to the drying part. Now again, don't lay it on thick. You don't want any runs and have to restart over. So I'm going to go ahead and finish this up, and then I'll show you the final product. So there you guys go. I showed you how to repaint or paint your plastic pieces in your car with using Krylon Fusion paint. Now this is great, a simple way to do it with a Scotch-Brite pad in your sink. This takes away having to sand it, primer it, clear coat, or any of those kind of things. Now if you want a really high shine, obviously you can add a clear coat after this. But this is a great simple way to keep it very simple and make it look really good. They offer different types of colors. Again, you can find this at Walmart. So I'm going to go ahead and put it back together, put it back in the car. But if you have any questions, leave them in the comments down below. You can find us on Facebook or our website if you have any ideas for videos that we can help you with. Thanks for watching, guys.